And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers kicker Graham Gano set and ready to go as we are off from Charlotte. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. 319. 319. Detroit. Detroit.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
No, check. Patriot. Patriot.
Looking to throw, eluding the pressure right. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone.
He'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right. And some space here. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
That first down completion only netted him 3.
Detroit,
2nd and 7. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
On On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, but and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. Down.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And some room to work. That good for 22 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
Let's rock now.
Right back to him on first down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Do something. Hey! Right there. Hey!
On 2nd down, here's Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Do something. Gun. Great. Hey, get right down. Hey.
Here's Newton. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Let's rock now. Hey.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Gun.
From the red zone now, Newton. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Do something. Great. 20. Hey.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Simmons. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Detroit!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Luke Kuechly able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Green 39! Green 39! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. It's Freeman. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Buying time. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Gun, gun, gun. Gun, gun, gun. Do something.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Let's rock now.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
That was really well done right there. That almost looked like a training camp drill. Able to get outside of the pocket, kept his eyes downfield, and found his tight end for a nice 1st down. Much more difficult play than maybe he made it look.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the
nowhere to go here, he lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different in that position.
Do something. Hey.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's rock now. Great.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Ian Thomas, 30 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And taken right at the 35. Look at the spin.
Balance. Boom.
Still fighting through tackles. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Get right there.
2nd and 10. Newton again. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Newton now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this 1st half, but he's got a 1st down here. From the gun, here's Newton. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, twisting away. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, look at 56. Look it.
They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, second and 10. Back to the air on second down. Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Panthers. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone.
Gun, gun. Ready? 180. Hey!
Got nothing.
Great, great, great.
So that'll back him up 5. And the Panthers, who were the least penalized team in the entire NFL last year, come up here on a 1st and 15.
20.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now, check. Patriot. Patriot.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Gun!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh, my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
Let's rock now. 8!
45's the light.
Hey. Green. 8. Hey, get right there.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And he fins him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Tech McKinley able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Gun. Single. Green. Gun.
Newton now to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He got 29 yards that time. Newton now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Gun. Hey. Gun.
Now it's Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Hey. Gun. Let's rock now. Green. Gun. Hey.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Fighting through pressure. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, get right there. Gun.
Here's Newton. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
Let's rock now. Green.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. It's the fullback taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On play action, they'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Leopard! Leopard! Over!
They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Do something. 20.
And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Hey, get right down. Great. Hey. Gun.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Jones has it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A spin. They find some open field here. Past the 20. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Another run with Sanders. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
He's going to get it running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Here's Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. Boy, people are really happy about those picks. Any fantasy team that has this defense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a Timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete here.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Leopard!
They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Falcons on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down, because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Check, 45 to the right.
Get the ball. Gun, gun, gun. Gun, gun. Let's rock now. Wheel!
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Throwing here, Newton. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Panthers, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
You